No, the relationship I was in before that was like 3-4 years. I'd say 3 or 4 years. It went on going from the time I was in prison, before I was in prison, and while I was in prison, and then it ended after I got out of prison. You know, I found out too much shit went on when I was in prison that I just cut that. Just, you know how I can't expect a woman not to go fucking with other people while I'm locked down for 18 months, you know? I wouldn't do the same thing probably.
Did she tell you that she was not doing that stuff?
No, she was trying to hide it from me, and I found all these secrets and bullshit out, and then...
How'd you find out?
Find out? What are you holding in your hand? A cell phone. Yeah. And word of mouth, you know? People talk in a small town especially, you know?
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
Yeah.
So that ended because of that?
Yeah.
Did you ever cheat on her?
No, okay. Never. And I had plenty of opportunities to. You know, I'm that type of person.
Did she cheat on you when you wasn't in prison?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I found out shit that I didn't want to find out. You know, and heard about shit that I didn't need to know. And just like,
what was her explanation about
her explanation?
What's up, YouTube? Become a member of the channel. Click the join button. You're going to get access to exclusive content, more updates, post-interview reactions, and the lost tapes that never made it to YouTube. Click the join button, become part of the family. Now back to the content.
What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got my man out here today. How you doing today, man?
What's up, man? I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, man. Thank you for asking. So are you homeless?
Not currently. I was homeless. I got into the Gateway program here.
Okay, so I mean, we still consider that kind of...
Yeah.
You're in your homeless journey.
Yeah, I'm in my journey.
Okay, I got you, man. How old are you?
33.
33.
Yes, sir.
And so how long have you been homeless?
This time 6 months. About 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you was homeless prior?
Yeah, I've been homeless off and on for the last like 5 years.
Okay. So what was to happen 6 months ago that made you become homeless this time?
Well, I was in a program in Duluth last year, and I kind of had a little issue with the program and got discharged.
What was the issue?
The issue was with the staff. Me and the staff didn't get along, and I just got started working, and I kind of missed a couple of NA meetings, and it was just a disagreement with the staff, really, that was working there. It was a thing. It was actually a sexual harassment type thing was going on, and I didn't like that, and I felt like I got railroaded out of the program.
Well, I mean, who was being sexually harassed?
I was, by one of the staff members.
A male or a female?
Yeah, a male staff member. And
were they homosexual?
Yeah. And I told him that, you know, he already knew my story. I had a girlfriend, and I was trying to get my life together, and I was clear with him, like, look, you know I don't rock that way, so don't come at me that way. It's nothing personal. It's unprofessional because you're staff with Sober Living America.
What type of stuff would he do to come at you?
Just making remarks at me, like, you know, hey, you should try being gay and all this, you're sexy and all this, like, which whatever, you feel the way you want to feel, but that's, you know,
Did you tell anyone that he was making those type of remarks?
I did. I told the director of the program, actually, when he called me after they had discharged me for 3 days. I left the program because I had to leave. And then he called me the next day, and he wants to talk to me and says that I got to get from Elbert County, which is like 2.5 hours from Lawrenceville, and it was like 2:45. He says, you got till 5 o'clock to get to Lawrenceville, and I won't discharge you. I had no way to go. You know, I didn't have my money on my check card yet, and I told him.
Well, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to get to is, why didn't you tell someone that he was sexually harassing you before?
Why? Well,
because doing it after the fact is kind of like, seems like it's retaliation.
After the fact. Well, I feel like I got retaliated against for telling that guy, hey, look, just please back off. And then it all happened so quick that when it did happen like that, I told him that, look, man, your staff's unprofessional. I had messages on Messenger, and he wouldn't even listen to me, the director of the program. He wouldn't even.
You had messages on Messenger?
I had messages on Messenger.
Do you have those messages now?
I don't have them right currently, but yeah, I did have messages on Messenger. I could look them up when I get a phone, access to the phone.
What were the messages?
The messages were like, he was just him coming at me sideways, and then it was where I told him not to come at me that way no more. And I just felt like I felt like he was mad at me because his whole tone and demeanor changed, his whole attitude changed. He's supposed to be staff. He's supposed to be there to help me, right? You know, this is a real known program. So
right, yeah, no, this is a major program.
A very major program. Yeah, a very major program. And he just, when it come down to it, I felt like he lied to me about getting discharged, or he was maybe a little bit untruthful about things, because the director wanted to talk to me the next day and told me that if I came back in that time frame, I wouldn't get discharged. However, like I said, he didn't give me any time, and I said, look, man, your staff was unprofessional. He was coming at me like this and all this, and please, can you give me 1 day, because it was, I had a day until I got my pay card, you know, my money on my check, you know.
Right.
And then I could afford a ride back, because it was 2.5 hours away, you know.
So is that money, we talking disability?
No, that was money from the job that Sober Living actually gave me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was working, and that screwed my whole situation up.
How long were you there?
I was there 2 months, maybe 2.5 months.
And so how long had you and this guy been communicating?
He was staff, so from the day I got to the program.
What I mean is on Messenger.
On Messenger, well, because it was a staff-related thing, we had to be in touch with them at all times if we wanted to walk to the store. So it was from basically the time that I had got a phone, which was about a week after I got there.
And so how long had he been flirting with you on Messenger?
On Messenger, I would say he said something to me a few times on Messenger, but it was mostly personal remarks between, like, when he would see me.
Right.
So on the campus, on the.
I get it.
So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a messed up situation, you know.
Do you have any kids?
No, sir.
All right. Have you ever been married?
No, sir.
Okay, but you say you have a girlfriend?
I had a girlfriend until recently. We broke up when about the time the homeless streak in Athens started, because I come here from Athens, right?
Okay.
And
hey, man, shout out Bulldogs, man.
Bulldogs.
Shout
I love
out
some
Bulldog
UGA, man. I love some UGA, man.
All right, but
if
go
it ain't
ahead.
the dogs, I don't care, man.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
That's what I was just telling the guy, man.
Yeah.
All day. All right, and so you was coming from Athens, and what happened?
Well, I was in Athens, right? And I was homeless in Athens, and I was living on the streets, man, diving in dumpsters, stealing from stores to support myself and my habits, you know, because I was, you know, on drugs.
What drugs?
Meth.
Okay.
I was actually shooting meth. I was shooting methamphetamine.
Okay.
And I'd been supporting that habit. I got real depressed because me and my girl had split up, and we've been together for 2 years, and so life was like fucked up for me, man, like fucked up. And I got to that low.
Well, I mean, was it just because your girl had left?
No, not. I've been using for a while, but I'm just trying to deal with my own problems that I got with me. You know, I like stuff that's
like what?
Man, just my childhood, man, my life. Like, man, after my mom died in 2009, I felt real guilty about the whole situation. You know, because I felt like if I had done something a little sooner, because I didn't know she had a heart attack. You know what I mean? And I felt like if I had done something a little sooner and got her to a hospital a little sooner, man, she wouldn't have died. You feel me? Because it was we didn't know she had a heart attack. Me and my sister did, and my sister's younger than me, and my dad was on the road, and so.
Well, I get it, but I mean, you said your childhood. That was when you was 20.
Well, yeah, that's 20, yeah. But the childhood thing is just, man, my dad was an alcoholic my whole life, and me and him was fighting and fussing. Like me and him had our first fist fight when I was like 10 years old, bro. You know, like that was my discipline, and he would come home and take his anger out on me because of his work situation. Say if he came home in a bad mood, I was the one that got the brunt of that because I was the only other man around, you know?
So, I get that. So, let's start from the beginning, man. So,
Okay,
where you from, man?
I'm from Elberton, Georgia.
Man, shout out Elberton, man.
Georgia, granite capital of the world.
Hey, man.
Yeah. What you know about it? Yeah.
All right, man. And so, you know, growing up in Elberton, it sounds like you had both your mom and your dad in the household?
Yeah.
Were they married?
Yeah, they were married.
Okay, and so you say your dad was alcoholic?
Yeah, dad was an alcoholic, and he was there. He supported us, me and my sister and my mom, but he wasn't really like there.
I get it.
Emotionally, like I felt like I didn't have much of a father figure because.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive. He actually don't talk to me anymore, really. Him or my sister, because I've been to prison. I used to sell dope. I've been using dope. And they don't agree with that, but. You know,
okay. I mean, let's unpack that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what'd you go to prison for?
What I go to prison for? It was a probation revocation. I was on first offenders for possession of meth, and then I got caught with another possession and some second-degree burglaries. I was in the homeless thing. I was stealing to keep myself going and feed myself and take care of my addiction problem. And I got caught up, and so they revoked my probation and sent me to prison for 27 months. I did 18 months off of that 27. I actually went to the Augusta halfway house. I was in Richmond County, which is known as Tobacco Road.
How old were you when you had to do that 18 months?
That was in 2018. So
okay, so it's about 29.
Yeah, about 29.
Okay. All right. So So okay, so let's go back though. So okay, so
Yep.
growing up, you told us how your childhood was. Did you go to high school?
Yeah, I went to high school.
Did you graduate?
I dropped out actually.
What grade?
Ninth grade. Dropped
Pretty
out.
early, man.
Yeah, I dropped out. The school I was at, because at that time, you know, I started doing drugs when I was like 13 years old.
What drugs?
Smoking pot.
Okay.
Smoking pot and drinking a little bit. So it progressed, and I was troubled. You know, troubled. The home life wasn't really good. You know, because me and my dad were fighting all the time, and my mom was sick from the time I was a kid. You know, so a lot of stress, and I just missed too many days every semester, and they were not passing me, because if you only miss 5 days, they were not passing me. It was before you know, Georgia passed a law, I think, or something. There's no child left behind.
Right.
I missed the cutoff of that. You know, so they wasn't doing that when I was around.
Right.
in high school.
Yeah, you can get kept back then.
Yeah, exactly. They kept holding me back, so I just quit. I got discouraged about it and just quit. But I did get my GED when I was 17.
Okay.
So yeah,
okay.
I went and got my
All
GED when I was 17.
right. Okay. All right. And so you got your GED. It sounds like you just kind of had one of those kind of somewhat rough life where you're kind of, like you say, selling, you're kind of stealing, you're on drugs. What was the first age that you did meth?
Probably 17. Yeah, 17 sounds about right.
So like right after you got your GED?
Yeah, about that time. You know, it was
About that
around that time. I didn't start doing it every day until I was about 25.
25. Okay.
But it was the first time I tried it was like I was 17, I think.
And so, I mean, you say you was in a relationship. How long was you in this relationship before it ended?
2 years. Oh, 2 years.
Is that the longest relationship you've been in?
No, the relationship I was in before that was like 3-4 years. I'd say 3 or 4 years. It went on going from the time I was in prison, before I was in prison, and while I was in prison, and then it ended after I got out of prison. You know, I found out too much shit went on when I was in prison that I just cut that.
Like what?
Just, you know how I can't expect a woman not to go fucking with other people while I'm locked down for 18 months, you know? I wouldn't do the same thing probably.
Did she tell you that she was not doing that
No,
stuff?
she was trying to hide it from me, and I found all these secrets and bullshit out, and then...
How'd you find out?
Find out. What are you holding in your hand? A cell phone.
Yeah.
And word of mouth, you know? People talk in a small town especially, you know?
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
Yeah.
So that ended because of that?
Yeah.
Did you ever cheat on her?
No.
Okay.
Never. And I had plenty of opportunities to. You know, I'm that type of person.
Did she cheat on you when you wasn't in prison?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I found out shit that I didn't want to find out. You know, and heard about shit that I didn't need to know. And just like,
What was her explanation about
her
all that?
explanation? There wasn't no explanation. It was basically just like, hey, fuck you. You know, denial is what it was. You know, even when faced with the truth. You know, I was like, it's on your fucking phone.
So she still denied it?
Yeah, when I say it's on your phone, and she's like, no, you're crazy. No, you know, you should delete your shit if you know.
And so what about this last relationship?
The last relationship, it was a good relationship for a while, but she was married. She was a married chick, and when I met her, she was leaving her husband. You know, supposedly she was away from him for 8 months when we met, and I seen a lot of people around her that was like taking advantage of her, you know, because she's a real kind-hearted person. And a lot of people was taking advantage of her situation, and it's a dope dealing lifestyle, it's a dope living lifestyle.
Right.
You know, a lot of people would just want to be around you because you got a sack for them, you know?
Right.
And that's, I didn't like that. And she was a good-hearted person, so I kind of like, hey, look, I'm going to step in, I'm going to take care of you, I'll watch out for you, you know? And we were road dogs at first. And we rode around for a while, and then we clicked, man. We clicked like nothing I had ever been in before.
Are these women black women or white women?
White women.
Okay.
Nothing against black women. I'd love to date a black woman. You know what I'm
just
saying?
asking, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah.
All right, and so, okay, so why did that relationship end?
I would say it ended because of the drugs, man. The drugs drove us apart. It come down to the point where, and I got tired of the constant going from me, we get to fussing over drugs or whatever, or because she wouldn't leave her husband like she kept telling me she was doing. I felt like I was getting strung along.
So was she still living with her husband?
They were actually buying property together and had a place together, but she would run off on him all the time. And it was a really crazy situation because she would go home to him and like burn up this man's money, burn up his drugs. She had a ding-ding machine habit. I don't know if you know what ding-ding machines are. You're pushing that button. And she would she would burn his money up and get bored with that, and then she would come back to me. But she never did me like that, you know? So I felt like, well, she's doing him like that, but she never done that to me, you know?
He was basically getting it for a cheaper price.
I guess so.
He had to spend his money and everything else, and she was just coming back to you when all that was done.
Because I was giving her something he wasn't giving her. You know, I was giving her that affection and that love that she wasn't getting at home, because they weren't affectionate with each other, is what she told me, you know?
And so is she back with her husband right now?
Yeah, I believe so. Okay.
So
I think it boils down to her refusal to work and actually try to do something for herself. She just, that's where her comfort zone is. Yeah, exactly. Comfort zone. Yeah, that works. And what broke it apart was I told her, I said, look, you're gonna have to understand it. We're not gonna be able to do this anymore if you can't commit to me and quit doing this. You know, because it's fucking me up. It's fucking me up. It's fucking my head up. Fucking my heart up. It is unfair. And
so she was still sleeping with her husband as well.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And you know, and for a while that was okay, I guess, to a point, you know, because I loved her. I got invested. I loved her. And I knew at least if she was going home to him, she wasn't. I didn't have to worry about her.
Around with her, other guys.
Right, you know, and I mean, it sounds fucked up, but it is what it is. And I told her, I said, look, we got arguing about it, fussing. I said, look, if you just 2 or 3 months, you know, I'll give you 2 or 3 more months to do something about this, and then if you can't do something about it, then we got to split. I can't do it no more. I'm too fucked up about this whole situation that I can't keep going on with this. And, you know, my heart was broken.
So when was the last time we did meth?
The last time I did meth was June 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, it's almost been a month, man. Congratulations on that.
I'm gonna pick up my 30-day chip at the NA meeting in a few days.
Man, that's right, man.
And I'm going on with it.
That's right. So do we think we're gonna be able to stay off of it?
I'm in Gateway right here, Georgia Works. It's an incredible program. They're gonna help me get my CDLs. They're helping me get my life together. They're working for me. I'm actually supposed to start another program. It's Back on Your Feet. Okay. It's a running program. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
But it's a good program. They all you do is run with them, and they help you do your financial aid and stuff. Man, this place right here is giving me hope again that I didn't have. You know,
man, that sounds great, man. That sounds great. Okay, man.
So,
well, listen, I mean, no, that's what I was just about to ask, man. What are you doing to get out this position? But it sounds like you're pretty much on the right track, man. So
I'm trying to be. Yeah.
Well, listen, man, we really appreciate you taking the time, answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I got a Cash App. All
right, what's your Cash App, man?
The Cash App is #tadpolegreen. TADPOLEGREEN.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we really appreciate you, like I say, and we wish you nothing but the best out here, all right?
I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too, man.